Hey, I'm Russell Freya PF, third year social work student of KNUST. There is my opinion piece about the UNCRC Article 12, which is the Convention of the Rights of the Child, that states that children have the right to participate in decision-making processes that may be relevant in their lives and to influence decisions taken in their regard within the family, the school, and the community. The following examples and explanations will help us to understand my opinion piece about what Article 12 of the UNCRC says. So let's consider a typical example of how traditional Ghanaian homes are like. Let's consider Kwame, who is a 12-year-old boy, a bright and a curious one, who hails from a traditional Ghanaian family, deeply rooted in age-old customs and norms. However, within this traditional framework, Kwame's voice is systematically silenced and his opinions and desires often go unheard. From the earliest stages of his life, he is conditioned to conform to the familial and societal expectations, and his individuality is often sacrificed for the collective. Now, let's look at autonomy or decision making. It sometimes becomes very difficult for a child's voice to be heard when a decision is being taken, even though the child may have a very great opinion about what is going on. We are conditioned to listen to the voices of our elderly and speak none because they are portrayed to be the all-knowing and the all-knowledgeable when it comes to all aspects and all areas of life. Kwame's participation in family matters such as choices about his education, hobbies, or even his future is often overlooked or dismissed. His desires and aspirations take a backseat to what the elders deem appropriate, denying him the opportunity to express himself and shape his own life. Let's do this example. Supposing Kwame sees himself to be technically good, maybe at drawing or the construction of a building or something quite similar. His people, his family, or his close relatives may think, oh, Kwame, in our village we don't have a lawyer, we don't have a doctor, or we want you to do something that has been a tradition in the family. And so, even though you see yourself as a mason, as a contractor, as a draftsman, or the likes, your opinion doesn't actually matter to us, and then we'll boycott it, let your opinion take a backseat, and then what we say to you is final. Children are being overlooked as to what they want, which school they want to change to. Families or parents just change schools without even reaching out to the children as to whether the children want to move to another school or not. The choices of food being made at home. Children have little say as to what they want to eat or how many meat they want on their food. In the traditional Ghanaian home, we have the traditional or the cultural, hierarchical, and gender roles. Traditional Ghanaian families are often built upon a hierarchical structure within a significant power vested in the eldest members. This hierarchy, coupled with deeply entrenched gender roles, further marginalizes children like Kwame. His thoughts and opinions are considered less valuable or even inconsequential due to his age and societal expectations. As a result, Kwame's potential contributions to family discussions on matters of importance are undermined, limiting his growth and development. I think it will be very funny if we had to take it from this point that, a decision is being reached by a family, and then, who arrived at this decision? And then we'll say a 12-year-old boy, or Kwame, the 12-year-old boy, suggested that we should do this, and so we are going by it. The society itself would even laugh at it and be like, what does this guy know, or what does this boy know to make a decision for elders to take? Why are the elders not knowledgeable enough to reach a consensus or a decision on their own? This becomes a limitation for Kwame. We will have another opinion of mine, which I term as the lack of open dialogue and expression. Another factor hindering Kwame's participation is the absence of open dialogue and expression within traditional Ghanaian families. Discussions involving sensitive topics, personal feelings, or disagreements are often discouraged. creating an environment where children may fear expressing themselves openly. Kwame's thoughts and concerns become stiffened, hindering his ability to develop critical thinking skills, problem-solving skills, and emotional intelligence. These are all limitations to Kwame's ability. So how do we conclude? How do we come out with recommendations that would help? Traditional Ghanaian families must recognize the importance of child participation and ensure that the voices of children like Kwame are not overlooked or silenced. Upholding the principles of the UNCRC and providing children with opportunities to express themselves will not only contributing to their personal growth and development, but also strengthening families and communities as a whole. It is through listening, empowering, and embracing the agency of children that traditional family members can truly honor their rich cultural heritage while adapting to the changing world.